Welcome, Scrotum Cheeks, to Geek Salad's Retro Movie Reviews from the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And tonight we are kind of extending out last month's topic of 80s sci-fi fantasy, primarily because we occurred to us that we have to take a 2-week break.
Yeah.
Mike, do you want to explain this?
Yeah. Next week I am going on vacation. But unfortunately, I'm leaving on Wednesday, so we will not have a chance to record next week, and I'm going to be gone all the following week. So we've only got 2 weeks of reviews in this month.
We bookend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to be... So, do not worry, fans of the podcast, because we are going to... The day before Mike leaves, we are doing our live stream for our latest Geek Salad episode, where we will be talking about our dream vacations if we had consequence-free money. So you can check that out next Tuesday night. But we are actually going to spend the month of August talking about the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
By which I don't mean J-Town. Oh, okay.
Got nothing.
Okay. Year of Our Lord, J-Town. 1987. Released this movie.
Okay.
All right, never mind. It's if you watch if you listen to the doll, you'll know fully. So we are talking about the 1987, one of the last movies canon ever released.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, 1987 was their 1-2 punch of Masters of the Universe and Superman 4, two movies that they carried on to really turn things around, and it drove it right into the ground.
Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy to me. So I'm gonna be straight up with you. I do not like this movie. You found redeeming things in it. I will say, however, I feel like a good movie can be found if you dramatize the making of this movie, or even if you make a documentary about the making of this movie.
I think I would rather watch that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are a couple of things in this movie I don't hate.
Yeah.
But most of this movie it's right out, it's not good. It's not a good movie at all.
No.
I mean, Krull was a much better movie than this one. I think it occurred to me, like, before we came on this.
Yeah.
Krull was trying to be like a whole bunch of different movies all put together.
Yes.
And it sort of succeeded in being a lot of different things that kind of meshed together in a movie form.
Yeah.
But what Krull did better than this movie is that this movie was trying desperately to do things that it did not do.
Yeah.
This movie was trying to be things that it wasn't, whereas Krull was trying to be everything at the same time.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And I'm going to elaborate on that from my perspective here. The thing about Krull is that Krull didn't need to be something else.
Oh, good point. Very good point.
It is its own thing.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe has to not only be epic sci-fi, action, fantasy, it has to tie to at this time, mind you, this is 1987, a very well-known toy and cartoon.
Yeah.
Something that, something that that just, when you think about it, even though I think the popularity of the toy line was waning at this point, as well as the cartoon,
yeah,
it was still fresh in people's memories.
Yeah, I mean, the cartoon was 83, I want to say.
82. It came out late 82. Yeah, I remember my He-Man Christmas, which was 82. And it lasted for quite a few years.
Yeah. And I remember watching it. I remember enjoying it. And that's why when I was a kid, I was so excited for this movie, but my mother was super religious at the time.
Yep.
And I knew that Masters of the Universe was going to be on TV, so I set the VHS to record it. I even put something in front of the VCR so that no one would see this recording. But I got found out, and my mom said, "Well, what are you recording?" I'm like, "I'm recording a movie called Masters of the Universe." Like, nope, there's no other Masters of the Universe other than God. You stop that right now. I had to stop. So this was literally the first time I've ever seen this movie.
Okay, yeah. I saw this shamefully late as well. So here's my story. I went to a comic book convention in 1980s, so the early 1987.
Huh?
And they were giving away these little, like, they're really no more than like 8x10 one sheets of Frank Langella Skeletor, and it looked really, really cool. I'm like, oh man, that's actually not too bad. So I went, I'm like, okay, I'll see the movie when it comes out in theater. Now keep in mind, my mother was really good about driving me to the movie theater, which was next door.
Mm.
This was in Marlboro, so she didn't mind so much driving me there because it was close by. And I went to go see a lot of movies in 1987. I mean, Christ, I saw Spaceballs twice in the theater. Like, I would go to a lot of movies. I never got around to seeing this one because this didn't last very long in the theater.
Well, I mean, it certainly didn't make much money.
No, it did not.
The first weekend it came out, I think it came in 4th.
Probably. But so here's what happened though. I didn't see this movie until earlier this year, and that's because I was watching a movie on Tubi, and it immediately, before I was able to switch off the autoplay, the next recommendation, it started playing Masters of the Universe. So it started like the first 2 seconds, which means now it's in your continue watching queue.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm watching, I'm looking like, you know what, fuck it. I've never seen this movie before. I've seen bits and pieces, and I've seen the, Electric Boogaloo, so I know about it. I'm going to watch it. And holy hell. I was just like, again, I think that the story is the making of this movie, not this movie itself.
I will say I'm glad it's not called He-Man in Masters of the Universe because He-Man is barely in this movie.
Barely in it.
This movie should have been called Kevin and Julie Masters of the Universe. Because I mean, let's face it, the movie was their story. It was about them. All the people from Eternia, they had no character arc whatsoever.
They were there to move the plot along in this sleepy little hamlet.
Yeah.
One thing it drives me nuts about movies of this era is how they treat teenagers. Julie is an infant in this movie.
Yeah,
or at least they treat her like an infant.
And I'm not gonna lie, the scene where Evelyn impersonates her mother, that scene pissed me off so much because it's like, I know what's gonna happen. It's like, because Julie's gonna be an absolute moron. It's like, oh, it must be my mother. Do you not know what's happening around you?
But talk about how you blame yourself for your parents' death in an airplane, that you weren't flying.
Speaking of which, we're gonna have to discuss that ending.
Oh,
it opens up a whole can of worms that I don't think anyone any of the filmmakers were thinking of.
It's insane to me.
Yeah.
How weird that ending was. Especially like she wakes up, her parents are alive, don't go fly. Okay, well, we can't refund our ticket money, but okay.
I think the father was the pilot.
Oh, okay.
That's why she took the airplane keys.
Yeah.
But so now they have to relive that year over again. and
But
and
yeah,
will He-Man and they come through again, and they're going to know that they're there, and it's what the fuck is going to happen now?
I don't know. I don't understand. All I know is that James Tolkien gets a happy ending by staying in Eternia.
James Tolkien, who's like, yeah, I'm going to arrest you. Stop that right now. Do you not see all the aliens walking around you, and you think we're the fucking bad guys?
Right. And that's the thing that drives me nuts about like the authority figures in movies of this era is that I could see it. I see these three, stuntmen dressed up as other things. I see the laser beams, but you're going to jail.
Yeah, you're the bad guys. They're just having a war with each other. You're the ones breaking the law. Are you fucking high?
It's insane to me. And I mean, Kevin's also an idiot. You pick up this thing, this magical thing, like it's an instrument. Bro.
No, but at least now we know where Tom Paris got the inspiration for joining Starfleet and going through weird wormholes. It took me a bit of watching this. I'm like, I know I've seen him before. Looking him up on Wikipedia. Oh, Star Trek Voyager. There we go.
Yeah. And I'm sure Courtney Cox landed on her feet after this. I don't know what she.
I don't think I've seen any other thing she's ever done.
Yeah. I will say though, all jokes aside, I'm really happy that Dolph Lundgren has kind of bounced back. He is like a beloved presence in movies now, and
because this was his third big screen movie, and he was not a good enough actor to lead this movie.
No,
he had to redub himself.
Yes, because it was cheaper than having to have somebody else redub him. I mean, but what's crazy about this movie too is that it is never explained why everybody else on Eternia is wearing some semblance of really light tactical gear.
Yeah.
Except for He-Man, who's in a loincloth and a cape.
And his the sword of Grayskull, it's just a sword.
It's just a sword. It doesn't. I mean, the one thing, and Mattel had cooperation in making this movie. That is the one thing they could have gotten right, and they didn't get it right.
So does the sword give He-Man a power? No, it's just a sword.
Yeah, exactly.
He-Man's just always He-Man.
Just so you're aware, he also was a gun.
There is no Prince Adam. There's only He-Man.
Nope. There was only He-Man. There was only Man-at-Arms. I don't remember. Do they actually refer to him as Duncan at all? I don't think they do.
From what I recall from the show, no, he was just always Man-at-Arms.
Yep.
But they did get
the mustache,
and they did get the fact that he is Teela's father. That was correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, I think if you actually delve into the lore, the sorceress is supposed to be Teela's mother, and they didn't even bother with that.
Nope, none at all. Why would you?
And Gwildor was supposed to be Orko, but they couldn't get the effects right.
Right. So it's like, okay, well, what do we do now? Well, let's get Billy Barty.
I mean, in fairness, I love Billy Barty.
I understand that, and it's just like it's a paycheck, so he's at least looking like he's happy to be there. Not like you could tell with all the prosthetics they put on him.
Speaking of makeup and prosthetics, hey, Frank Langella's in this movie.
Oh God. I remember going back to that 8x10 poster that I got. I was like, man, that looks really good. HD does this movie no favors because you could tell that's a pull-on.
Especially when he gets the Master of the Universe power at the end. I'm like, wow.
The nose.
You couldn't have fixed that face?
The nose is the dead giveaway, though.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, obviously they weren't going to cut
off
plastic or anything like that. It's bad because they didn't extend beyond his nose. It is literally just a black covering on his nose and then everything else. It's not great at all.
No. I mean, I think Evelyn was the best makeup in all of that.
Evelyn was the best makeup in there, and I'm glad that they gave her something to do. Um, spoiler, because it's going to be 2 weeks before we do another one. Our next movie will be the 2026 Masters of the Universe, which is now streaming on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I do not want to compare the two in terms of which one is the vastly superior version and telling of the story. I will say that Evelyn does get a lot of screen time in both movies.
Well, I mean, in fairness, beyond Skeletor, she's probably the most well-known of the villains.
I would say it's Beastman, actually. Evelyn kind of came in, and I'm talking toy line. Evelyn was brought in like the third or fourth wave of characters. Tila was the first one. She was the peg warmer for the girls.
Yeah.
And it's essentially the same sculpt. The bodies are the same sculpt with the exception of their heads.
I mean, just going with the show though, the cartoon, which is what I mean, I did have the toys, but it was the cartoon that I really remember more.
Yeah.
And she was, from what I recall, she was Skeletor's like second in command.
Yeah.
Because she was the only one in the group that really had any intelligence besides Skeletor.
I feel like it's also it was Meg Foster too, which is kind of a name.
Yeah.
It's kind of a name.
Although I when I saw her picture, I thought for a second that she was why am I blanking on this name? Keep talking. I just need to.
All right. I will say while you're looking that up.
Wendy Malick.
What's that?
Wendy Malick. Okay. When I saw the image of her on Wikipedia, I'm like, that's Meg Foster, not Wendy Malick, right?
Her image on IMDb is probably the same one, and it's the same thing. She does look like Wendy Malick. Let's talk about we can only use one of the characters from the toy line villains, Beastman. And I'll say that the makeup for Beastman looked okay.
Yeah, although, quite frankly, it felt like they could have used anybody. The villains were really entertaining. I mean, the only one that got any lines besides Evelyn was probably Karg.
Karg, yeah. And Karg literally looked like a smaller person. Like he looked like a 12-year-old.
Was it a he or a she?
It's a he. Robert Towers.
Okay, because I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I saw it, I was like, "Is that a female monster?" It looks like
it. Wouldn't surprise me, but the others in that, you got Blade,
which, okay, fine, whatever. And then that lizard thing that I think they had enough money for the effect of them like expanding their neck once, and that's why they had to kill him off right away.
Yeah,
they couldn't afford it anymore.
It looked bad, and again, it's stunt guys. It is quite literally stunt guys in costumes.
Yeah,
doing dynamic stunts while Dolph Lundgren is wielding a too large sword. I mean, the guy is in amazing shape. This is he's still working off that Rocky, shape. But my God, that stupid sword was too big and unwieldy.
Which is why he mainly used the gun.
He would swipe, kick, gun.
Yeah, that's why he mainly used that blaster at the end, because the sword was just so unwieldy. I mean, hell, at least in the final fight, you could tell it was him swinging the sword. Yeah. Whereas you knew that was a stunt double for Frank Langella, because Frank Langella was not getting paid enough to fight.
It's easy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's everything. I mean, and excusing what was a very limited special effects budget. I think the thing that kills me, and this goes back to our earlier conversation of the expectations for this movie were such. Because it was an existing property, it's almost like you should have just cut your losses. And why bother? I know Mattel was hot to trot, but Mattel was not giving them any more money. Mattel gave up first.
Yeah. And
yep.
Sorry, dog's barking.
The dog understands where I'm coming from on this.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm going to close the door.
Sure thing. I'll continue talking about my anger that this movie could have. I mean, it's like asking for an action figure, and then going to like McDonald's or Burger King, getting the kids' meal, and then getting that action figure, but as your Happy Meal toy, and that is this movie. And it's like, stop your crying. We got He-Man at home.
Yeah, I'm sure Canon thought that this was going to be their golden ticket, but any other studio would have done a much better job.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a notoriously hard. This is a notoriously hard property, which is why it's taken 39 years.
Oh yeah. It seemed like for the past maybe 15 years, it seemed like every year they were like, oh, and this person's gonna start working on a He-Man movie. Yep. And then next year, oh, and they dropped out of the He-Man movie. Next year.
I would make it a joke that it's like, okay, well, where do the Space Marines come in? Because half of the scripts in the late 90s and early aughts were the Space Marine He-Man. It's like, where are you even getting that from?
Yeah. And I mean, for all of the hero characters in He-Man, matching up with the villain characters, the only ones that they could afford were Teela and Man-at-Arms.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, afford is one thing. I mean, it's not like they had to fight for the rights on any of these characters because it was a, Mattel was like, please, we want you to make a live-action movie. And it came down like Orko. We can't get the special effects right. Stratos, I'm sure Stratos is like, can't do him. Can't get the flying effects right without making it look cheap. There's a lot to this movie that I really did. I mean, as like a midnight movie, as something to riff, it's good for that. It serves that purpose.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I looked it up and I was shocked that there wasn't an official riff tracks for this movie.
I'm blown away because there was a riff tracks for almost every bad adaptation.
Yeah,
I mean, there was one. If you looked on Tubi, and I think we've had this conversation before. No, we didn't, because my brother-in-law didn't. It was my brother-in-law, and he did not. He was unaware of the existence of 1994's Double Dragon. There's a riff tracks for that.
Yes, I do know that. Yeah, but I looked, and I guess there are two, officially sanctioned fan-made riff tracks for this. But nothing by Mike, Bill, and Kevin.
Yeah.
It boggles the mind because this movie is ripe for riffing.
Yep, that's my. It is. It's just tough too because again, this is part of the canon story.
Yeah.
Because this came out the same year as Over the Top, where they paid Stallone, I think, $10 million.
Really? Over the Top was this year as well?
I believe it was. It was either 86 or 87.
All right, because I know Superman 4 was 87 as well.
87, yep, also a movie that you could famously you could tell where they ran out of money at certain points.
Yeah.
It's insane to me that this happened again. A more capable studio could have probably gotten away with this, and this is what we get. Now, here's the other thing too. The revisionist history behind this movie. I feel like there's a lot of people like, it's not that bad. I grew up with it. That's fantastic. It's still a shitty movie.
Yeah, have you watched it recently?
Yeah. Well, if you have Tubi, you can watch it whenever the hell you want to.
Yeah, you just got to deal with those fucking commercials.
There's not that many of them, even though this movie is 2 hours long?
An hour 41.
Okay. I actually had the good fortune. I have MGM Plus. It's on there. I had the good fortune of watching it this week, commercial free. Didn't make it any better. In fact, the commercial breaks are a nice way of getting up, go to the bathroom, get a snack, and then resume.
Except when you got those like god awful AI generated. Hey, if you play this game on your phone, you can get millions of dollars. No, you can't.
Yeah, I walk away from those because I can go pee and grab a drink or grab.
Yeah,
you know.
and the AI is absolutely atrocious.
Oh my gosh! You know what? I already have a number of excuses for why I won't eat at Raising Cane's. Primarily because it's not a chicken place; it's a chicken tender place. They just started using their Chuck Norris AI ads. It's like, okay, let the man rest in hell. All right, please, just leave us out of this. All right. Well, I mean, and the music. Okay.
Bill Conti.
Have you heard this music before? Because I swear to God, I've heard this music before.
Much like with Kroll, like it felt like James Horner was just kind of grabbing what he did for.
Was this James Horner?
No. Much like with Kroll, where James Horner was just grabbing his unused stuff from Star Trek 2. Yeah. I'm sure this was Bill Conti's like, I got a bunch of stuff in my closet. Do you want to look through it and use what you want? Go ahead. Because
I'm checking right now to see if portions of the score were actually reused from something.
Because it's like,
and I can't believe this is Bill Conti.
Yeah, he did Rocky.
Yeah,
and
the Karate Kid.
And he did this. Bill? What went wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. But
how many gambling debts did you have to pay off?
Who knows? I mean, this is the '80s, so it's probably all cocaine on hookers' asses. Yeah, because the soundtrack itself feels very derivative and not in a good way.
Yeah, it is sci-fi fantasy generic.
Yeah,
I'm sure Bill Conti is credited. I'm sure anybody could have done this. It really did not.
I mean, maybe Kevin could have done it on his stupid Casio keyboard or whatever the hell. All right, so out of 5.
Oh.
I feel
is 0 stars an option?
0 is an option.
Okay, then I give it 0.5 of a star.
Okay, I give it a 1.5 stars.
Really?
And then trust me, I have very lofty things here. I am being kind.
I would hate to see what you would give 0 stars.
Well, part of it is because I actually take a look at some of those DCEUs. Honestly, it is almost all Frank Langella's ability to chew scenery.
Yeah. You know, watching this movie, I felt like I was watching the MST3K episode Future War.
Yeah.
It's like, you can tell that they were trying their hardest, and just what you see on the screen is the best that they got. They just didn't have much.
Yeah. So, anyway, that is 1987's Masters of the Universe. When Mike comes back tanned and rested, we will resume with 2026's.
See this white skin? It doesn't tan, it burns.
Yeah, I know. I just came back from Bermuda. So.
You're still tanner than I am.
Yeah, my arms are usually the darkest part of my body, so
yeah.
Less we said about that, the better. So anyway, thank you for watching. We want to know, what are your thoughts on 1987's Masters of the Universe? I challenge you also, as you leave your polite comment, do not compare it to 2026. Take it on its own merits, because I just watched it again with my kids last night. I could have easily started throwing comparisons left and right. I did not.
I think there are going to be some comparisons made. I don't think we'll be able to get around it.
No. Well, no, not when we talk 2026, because, it didn't exist in 87.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't compare it because I've never seen 26.
Right. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So leave those polite comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe. You know the deal, folks. If you haven't checked out our retro reviews before, there's a back catalog of well over 300. I think we're over 300. Even though this is 2018 on this end.
So when are we going to get over 9,000?
I don't know.
See, as someone that's seen Dragon Ball Z, I get that reference. As someone that's never seen Dragon Ball Z, he does not. He does not get that reference.
I don't.
That's weird.
I truly only understand ape law. But yeah, check out our back catalog. Also check out the podcast that Mike and I host, Geek Salad. You can check that out wherever you get your podcast. We are also on the socials at Geek Salad Podcast at Facebook and at Geek Salad Radio on Blue Sky. Yeah. So let's all wish Mike bon voyage. Have fun. Don't walk through any wormholes, or don't be introduced to fast food for the first time. Which I brought that up on our text chat last night. I'm like, what is it with these movies and like otherworlders discovering fast food for the first time? Oh, this is delicious.
And let's invent a car that doesn't run on fuels, but so it's a very clean burning. Yet when it goes off, you see a line of smoke behind it.
Yep, exactly. I never not only do I not understand that, but also it's like you never see their gastro pain afterwards. I mean, I've been eating fast food for the better part of 50 years, and I still have like that. Yep, I have a Big Mac. Yeah, so I can't imagine what Gwildor and Man at Arms were dealing with their chicken ribs.
And you also knew when this movie was filmed, because that night confrontation between Skeletor and Dolph Lundgren, you could see the breath.
Yep,
it was a cold night. Cold night.
Well, Menachem Golan couldn't spring for the heater. So anyway, thank you very much.
In this economy.
So bon voyage, Mike. Have fun, and we will talk to you later. So until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
Go forth and be nerdful. We'll see you at the end of the month for 2026.
Yay!